She was with you. And that's okay at that point, but I need to know where did she go from there? Is she still at your house?
No.
Okay. Is she still in your car?
No.
Okay. Well, then where is she?
I don't know where she is.
Okay, then where did you last drop her off at?
I didn't drop her off.
Okay, well then tell me.
What happened? Where'd you guys go?
We went to my house.
Okay.
We did some drugs.
Okay.
Hung out for a little. And then she said she was going to catch an Uber home.
Okay. And did she call an Uber?
She pulled her phone out. Looked like she was using it. I wasn't hovering over her. I was pretty high. So, I mean, I wasn't... She told me she was leaving. She walked out the door.
What was going on in the back seat? What was
you know?
going on in the back seat? For the doors to be kicked open. She kicked open that door 3 times, Lee. She kicked it. We saw it. And you know I'm not making it up because I wouldn't know this because I wasn't there. I would never know this unless we had video of it, correct? Yes, correct. I'm not trying to trick you. I'm just a fact finder.
Lee Rodart, a man taken into custody for being suspected of kidnapping and killing his co-worker, Savannah Gold, with no idea of where Savannah could be, had a foolproof story. This story was meant to make sure Savannah was never to be found. Lee, however, was under the impression that he was smarter than the detectives. Little did he know that this would be a massive mistake for him. On the 2nd of August 2017, Savannah's family received text messages stating that she was running away and quitting her job. The messages were riddled with errors, causing her family to panic and report her as missing immediately. Throughout the investigation, the police were grasping at straws until they were suddenly sent the CCTV footage from the Bonefish Grill where Savannah worked. The video showed her getting into a silver car in the parking lot, before it began to shake violently, with the door being thrust open and pulled shut 3 times. The car then drove out of the parking lot, and Savannah was never seen again. After a series of interviews, they discovered the car was identical to Lee Rodart's, a manager at the grill, and Savannah's boyfriend for around 2 months. Lee was immediately arrested on suspicion of murder and brought into the interrogation room, although he was told by the police that it was for an unimportant traffic warrant.
Good, good. You remember me from the other day, Detective Reeves? Okay. This is my partner, Detective Staley. She was interviewing some of the other folks, waiters and other staff people the other day, so she didn't get a chance to come in at the time. I wanted to talk to you, or actually we wanted.
The detective who enters the room is the same one who interviewed Lee about Savannah 3 days prior. Lee's confidence that this was all unrelated had now been completely taken away, replaced with pure panic. Lee tried to keep himself composed as he prepared for the onslaught of questions he was about to face.
Savannah, you said that you knew her and you guys had, you knew her from work. I mean, just kind of fill me in with that. How long have you known her?
Like I said, I've known her obviously since she started working there. I would say probably about 8 months ago.
Yeah.
Or so, we started hanging out outside of work. And at the time, I had a girlfriend. But I kind of, we kind of connected, me and Savannah. So we hung out a little bit here and there. Got pretty close. We come from, I guess, somewhat similar backgrounds, I guess you should say.
Okay.
She didn't have it the best growing up, neither did I. So we kind of connected and hung out for a little while. I'd probably say a period of 2-3 months.
Okay.
And then she started using drugs a lot.
Okay.
Now, I used them with her, not the same drugs that she used all the time, but I did them with her a couple times, and then she started to get heavy into them. And
oh, gotcha. Okay.
so I kind of just tried to take a step back and put things off. And after that, me and my ex started kind of chit-chatting again.
Okay. And who's that? What's her name?
Her name's Chelsea.
Okay. All right.
So we kind of started chit-chatting again. Never really 100% because obviously, she was still kind of upset about me hanging out with Savannah and stuff like that. And then probably a month or so ago, I saw Savannah at work, and she looked healthy again. She gained a little bit of weight, and just friendly talk at work. Telling her, hope everything's been good. And she told me, that I guess she did a lot of drugs and ended up in the hospital. She ended up missing I want to say a couple of days, 3 or 4 days from work.
Oh, okay.
So obviously, me being pretty close to her, I was concerned and everything. But after she came back, she looked good, and she ended up telling me that I guess, over those 4 days she detoxed pretty well, and she kind of caught a, new sense into why she shouldn't do drugs so much.
Okay.
And like I said, she looked good. She started looking healthy. So we kind of were talking, here and there. We hung out a couple times. She came over to the house, and we just kicked back, drink a couple beers, watch movies, stuff like that.
Okay.
And then as we hung out, after a couple times, she brought drugs over. And I told her, I was like, you're doing really good. You can't, you shouldn't be doing it again. You're finally gaining weight. Because when we were together the first time, she was, she got really petite and just didn't look well, which is kind of why I took a step back. Plus, my father used a lot of drugs growing up, and my mother used a lot of drugs growing up. And it was just kind of a hard thing to see, every time that we hung out. Like I said, we did, we took some pain pills here and there on occasion, but then she started bringing heroin over and stuff that. And that's, my mom was addicted to methamphetamines when she was, when I was younger. So those hard drugs just kind of scare me a little bit. So that's why I took a step back the first time. And then I felt like she was better, as we hung out recently. And she brought drugs over to my house the last time that we hung out. And we would text here and there. I would ask her how she's doing, hope her day's going good. Just because I told her when she left the last time that we hung out, I was like, you're doing really well. Stop doing this, you can do it.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I heard that she just kept, was doing the same thing. So we texted a couple times, and I ended up telling her, I was like, hey, for one, I'm dealing with a lot of personal stuff myself right now as it is. I'm a little depressed. But I think we're moving too fast. I think we should, stop talking. And she said, I understand. It's completely fine. No problem, She said, I'll delete your number. I'll never text you again. And I said the same. I was like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, try to jump back into things. I think we moved too fast. And I said I wouldn't text her either, just to, kind of split mutual ways.
Mutual. Right. Yeah. No worries. Okay.
And that was the last time that we text.
When was that?
Yeah.
When was that?
It was probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. Sometime in July.
The detective asks Lee about how long he has known Savannah. Lee provides a lengthy and detailed response, which is typical of someone trying to cover something up. He mentions their background and their interactions outside of work.
Last time you saw her?
This is what I was a bit... I didn't tell you the truth when we talked at Bonefish. Last time I saw her was Wednesday afternoon. I heard that she has been basically telling a lot of people at work that we hooked up a bunch, a couple days before that, and that she was going to tell about the whole situation. try to get me fired. And
Now,
things
why
like
why
that.
Uh,
would that get you fired? I
Well,
don't know.
I'm a manager and she's an employee. So I mean,
Okay,
it's-
so you
it's
guys
a-
aren't supposed to fraternize?
Yeah.
Or, okay, I got you.
And she just told people, I guess, that she was out with that work at the restaurant that we were having sex
Okay.
and, hooking up and stuff like that, and that I was her boyfriend and this and that. So I was a little upset. Obviously, I care about my job.
Sure. How long have you been there now?
I'll be 5 years in the summer.
Okay, yeah.
The detective then asks about the last time Lee saw Savannah, and he initially provides a false answer, saying it was a couple of weeks ago. However, this lie is quickly caught as the detective brings up the surveillance footage showing Savannah getting into Lee's car. Lee eventually admits that he saw her on the same day she disappeared.
In the parking lot at Bonefish,
When's this?
Wednesday afternoon.
Okay. Well, you know what time or about?
It was about 5:30.
Okay.
When you say you met her, was she meeting you too, or?
I didn't.
Yeah, how-
I didn't.
how
I
that
didn't
work?
call her.
Okay.
I just drove up there to see if maybe she was working. I was
Okay.
gonna, talk to her, and
Did you
as I
know
was,
she was working that night?
I did.
You did not.
I did.
Oh, you did.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Okay, you knew she was working that night.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I drove up there, and I was hoping to get a chance to talk to her.
Okay.
I pulled in the parking lot. She pulled in a little bit after me. I parked, and I said, "Hey, can I talk to you for a second?" And she said, "Yeah, what's up?" And I was like, "I heard you've been saying some things about me and you continuing to hang out, and that we're boyfriend and girlfriend." And she asked me, she said, "Can I come sit in the car? Because I just did some heroin and I'm a little paranoid."
Okay.
I said, "Why are you doing that? You're doing really well. You shouldn't have been doing that."
Okay.
And so she came and sat in the car, and I explained to her the situation. I told her that servers at Bonefish were coming to me and telling me that you're telling people when you're out that we're still having sex and we're boyfriend and girlfriend. And I said, "I would appreciate, I need you to stop, because for one, it's jeopardizing my job. We agreed to, split, stop talking mutually and just move on, and, be cordial or whatever." But it was nothing more than that. And she said, "I'm going to do what I want. You can believe what you want. I didn't tell anybody anything." And I told her, I said, "The girl that you were out with told Chelsea that we were still having sex and that you were just at my house like yesterday and hanging out, and
The girl
she's-
that she was out with when?
that Savannah was out with a couple nights prior.
Okay, gotcha.
I guess at one of the bars
Okay.
in Mandarin.
And who was
around
that?
Bonefish. The girl that she
Yeah.
was with,
Yeah.
her name was Rachel.
As the interrogation continues, Lee provides various details about their interactions and events leading up to her disappearance, including a story about an unidentified green truck that Savannah supposedly got into.
I would say an older model Ford pickup,
Mm-hmm.
green,
Okay.
drove past me and around, and she got in.
Okay. So, while you guys were in the car together, you guys are talking back and forth. She's not on her. Is she calling somebody while you guys are talking back and forth on the phone?
She didn't call anybody. No,
Okay.
she had her phone in her hand.
Yeah.
But I don't think she texted anybody.
So she gets out of the car with you, and starts walking in this direction.
I was in the car.
You're in the car,
Still.
but she got out,
Yeah.
and now you're in the front seat.
Yes.
So she gets out of the back seat and begins walking in the direction of, not necessarily paralleling San Jose, but she's walking towards 295 or down towards that entrance area.
Yeah.
And then she's got her phone, and you said you thought she was calling somebody.
She had it in her hand and looked like, I couldn't tell if she was texting or
Sure.
not or anything.
But she had her phone out.
Yeah, she had her phone out and was looking at it, and then it looked like she was going to put it up to her ear, and then
Yeah.
the green truck came around,
Okay.
and she
How long
got
do
in.
you think it was between the time that she got out and started using her phone till that green truck pulled up?
Maybe 5 minutes.
Okay. So wow. So if she called somebody, they got there in 5 minutes to pick her up.
Well, I mean, like I said, it looked like she was going to call somebody, and that's when the green truck came around, and
The detective starts to become emotional, appealing to Lee's humanity, mentioning their own child and the need for closure for Savannah's family.
When you left with her in the car, because that is what is shown. We can't make up that. We can't falsify a video camera, Lee. I'm not lying to you, because you know I'm telling the truth, because you know that's what's on the video. How else would I know that? I don't, unless I have the video. Where did you go with her?
I didn't go anywhere with her.
You did.
No.
You did. So the video camera's lying?
I don't know this. I mean,
Well, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, I'm not lying to you. I'm not making that up. That's why I'm so passionate about this. This is someone's child. You might not have kids, but damn it, is she someone's kid? It's
I
not fair to
understand
her
that.
mom with stage 4 cancer. All she wants to know is where her daughter is. But I have this man sitting over here, a 28-year-old man, that first says, you haven't seen her. You didn't see her that day. To now the roles have reversed a little bit because we've been doing our background. Okay? And now you're saying that she was sitting in your car, which all lines up with the video, actually. I'm glad that you said you got in the back seat with her. All that lines up. Walking over to her car, puncturing her tire. Everything lines up. You come back to your car and going back to her car. Everything lines up. But you know what doesn't line up? After that passenger door comes open and shuts, comes open and shuts, she never gets out of that car. And you drive off. She never gets out of that car. There is no green truck. And that's not right to her. We're fact finders, Lee. I don't have anything personal against you.
No, not at all. I mean, it's
We're
over.
just fact finders.
Tell us
We're
what
just
happened.
doing
Where
our
is she?
job. No,
Where's she?
no. Where did you go with her? Where did you go with her, Lee? Be human. You're a human. You're a man. Where did you go with her? I know you're not that cruel inside. Seriously. Where did you go with her?
Maybe you
Please.
maybe you don't know where she is now. Where did you go with her?
Please. I'm begging you, Lee. Please. Please tell us. Please don't make us waste any more of our time. Just tell us. Please tell us. Please. I'm begging you. I know you're not evil. Just tell us where she is. I'm begging you. Please. Please. Can you please just tell me? You do know. Is that how you wanted people to think? I know you're not an evil person. I don't see that in you. I don't see that in your history. I don't hear those things about you at work. Please tell us where you went with her. She never got out of your car.
Lee becomes visibly uncomfortable, but sticks to his story.
She was with you. And that's okay at that point, but I need to know where did she go from there? Is she still at your house?
no,
Okay. Is she still in your car?
no.
Okay. Well, then where is she?
I don't know where she is.
Okay, then where did you last drop her off at?
I didn't drop her off.
Okay, well then tell me.
What happened? Where'd you guys go?
We went to my house.
Okay.
We did some jokes.
Okay.
Hung out for a little. And then she said she was going to catch an Uber home.
Okay. And did she call an Uber?
She pulled her phone out. Looked like she was using it. I wasn't hovering over her. I was pretty high. So, I mean, I wasn't. She told me she was leaving. She walked out the door.
What was going on
I
in the
didn't
back
do
seat?
anything to.
What was going on in the back seat? For the doors to be kicked open. She kicked open that door 3 times, Lee. She kicked it. We saw it. And you know I'm not making it up because I wouldn't know this because I wasn't there. I would never know this unless we had video of it, correct? Yes, correct. I'm not trying to trick you. I'm just a fact finder.
The detective continues pressing Lee, pointing out inconsistencies and imploring him to tell the truth.
I mean, she was upset.
Yeah.
She tried to slap me. I slapped her. She went to get out. I grabbed her around her waist and said, "Where are you going? Why are you hitting me?" And she tried to slap me again. And then, you know, I was still holding her, and she calmed down, and we left. We talked, and we left.
Lee finally admits that he slapped Savannah, and they had an argument, but he claims she eventually calmed down, and they left together. The detective persists in trying to get Lee to reveal Savannah's location.
She was hitting me. She wouldn't stop, and I squeezed back,
Okay.
and she was just,
Was she under your arm or something? Or
she started hitting me, you know, after I, you know, slashed her tire,
All right.
and we went back and forth, and I squeezed her hard.
you squeezed her around her neck or around her neck with your hands?
She had
She had.
her hands around mine.
Okay.
And then you had yours around hers and y'all were just fighting back with each other.
Okay.
She just wouldn't let go, and I didn't let go.
Okay.
Where is she now?
Please tell us first.
You got the hardest part out.
I-
I understand
yeah.
that. And you got the hardest
Freaked
part
out.
Okay.
I left. All I wanted to do was leave me alone.
We know.
I know. You're doing good, buddy.
It's a pond on the west side off of Club Du Clay
Club Du Clay?
Yeah.
Okay.
and Longchamp.
Yeah. Okay. If I got a map printed out of that, you think you could just show me that? Okay. It's on the west side from Club Du Clay and Longchamp? Okay. And did you... You're great, thank you. Thank you. Let's get this over with and let's find her. Let's let her pants
When
know.
did you put her there?
Did you go straight there?
No.
No. Okay. What happened? You tell me. I'll quit.
After she stopped, I didn't know what to do.
Okay.
I freaked out.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I have the faintest idea what's supposed to happen after that. So I go home and I don't know what to do, so we have a fire pit in our backyard, and I put it there. And then, you know, you guys show up Friday night.
Okay.
I get even more scared.
Okay. Was she just put in the fire pit? Or did you burn her or what?
I dug a hole.
Okay.
I put her there,
Okay.
and then I don't know why I thought it would help.
Mm-hmm.
You know, starting a bonfire.
Okay.
It did.
Okay.
Finally, Lee breaks down and admits that he left Savannah on the west side of the Club Du Play location. A few days later, a dive team recovered Savannah's remains, burned and almost unrecognizable. Lee Rodart pleaded guilty to the second-degree murder of Savannah Gold and was sentenced to 40 years behind bars. The detectives used a combination of psychological tactics, appeals to Lee's emotions, and their knowledge of the evidence against him to break down his defenses and extract a confession. Lee's extensive lying and inconsistencies in his story ultimately led to his downfall.